Hi guys, sorry about the prolonged wait. Give me 2 seconds. Hello, welcome back. We're back with, where's my controller? There it is. We're back with another Halo Infinite community game now. Everything's really dark. How's everyone doing? I wasn't gonna stream today originally. My neck really hurts and I have to be up early tomorrow. But then I was like, okay, the Fracture event's here. I kind of want to stream it. So, yeah. How's everyone doing anyway? Microsoft versus Google, Sony versus... I'm not even going to read the last part. The whole Fire 343 thing is not only really dumb, but they also laid off most of the people that were working there anyway, so you kind of won in that regard. The management's all different, so that's just a really dumb complaint to have. And saying, oh, I'll never forget what you've done with Halo Infinite. What do you mean? They made the game. If anything, the real complaint would be, oh, why did you make Infinite the way it is? Which I love Infinite. I'm not gonna try and hide that. I stream it I play it every day, so obviously. But I mean, come on, man, this is really dumb. What do you mean after 2 years, bro? It's not even been out for 2 years. How you doing, Falling Teapot? How you doing, Luke? Luke. How you doing, Kizzy Grin? Yeah, I mean, you know the drill at this point. If you want to join the game, feel free to shoot me a message on Xbox or add me up or whatever. I will. Is there anyone on? I'll invite Beef. I'll invite Caleb. Because Caleb will likely join. I'll invite DJ. I'll invite Island, because they'll probably also join. They might anyway. In fact, we'll invite... Yeah, we'll invite Stub. We'll invite... Salty's is in as well. Awesome, awesome. What's everyone's thoughts on the new on the store stuff? I'll be honest. Groovy Grinder was like an instant cop. I wasn't going to like originally when I'd seen the leak. I was like, okay, I'll just wait for the Monetization bundle, which is these 6 things here. I was like, oh, I'll just wait for them to be sold on their own, because like I like it's a matter of. I mean, I really like the Monetization stuff. But I wasn't bothered about Chimera at all, and I also didn't really care for the weapon skins. But now that I've seen this helmet in game, I honestly don't think it's that bad. Like, I actually think it's kind of cool. It's like Seeker, but if Seeker was good. Visor's not too bad. It's definitely a more unique one. And the rest of the Chimera stuff, honestly, isn't that too bad either. The coating, the weapon coating's still not that bothered about, if I'm being honest. Again, the more unique. But I think the Super Bundle is the only thing on the store where I could say, like, okay, that isn't, it's not priced that badly. Like, 2,200, you get 2 armor sets and a weapon set, which gives you 8 weapon coatings. As a whole, it's not too bad. 22 items, 2,200 credits. It's really not that bad. Especially considering there's some of the more unique items in the game. Again, you get 2 helmets, you get a pretty solid helmet attachment for this one. And then this helmet attachment can be used on multiple helmets as well. Not all of them, which is unfortunate. I mean, it shows it there on Cavallano, but it obviously isn't on Cavallano. It's literally you can't see. It's floating off the helmet, so obviously it's not on Cavallano. I don't understand why it's previewing on Cavallano. But, like, you know, decent shoulders, the chest piece is fine. Again, the Chimera stuff, honestly, not too bad. So as a whole, I don't think the bundle's that bad, especially in terms of the amount of stuff you get. Obviously, everyone's preference regarding the armor is different, and I'm not saying that this Chimera stuff's my favourite stuff in the world. Again, I'm still not that bothered about the core. But it's all fine. And I thought as a whole, I am going to turn the music off for a sec, just while I'm talking. But as a whole, I don't think the price on the Super Bundle's all that bad. The other stuff is where it gets a little insane. Let me buy a look. 2,200 bundle, each of these separate will be 1,100. Yeah, I mean, more than likely. Well, I think the Chimera set will be. Because that comes with... That's technically 8 items. Because that's the coating, the visor, the helmet attachment, the shoulders, the knees, and the chest. Whereas the Mark 7 one is only 6. So I think that could be a bit cheaper. But honestly, with how inconsistent the pricing's been at the minute, I honestly don't know. I want to say... Like, I mean, realistically, these 6 items shouldn't be worth 1.2k. Because they don't come with an emblem, a stance, or some of the extra stuff that an armor set would usually come with. So I don't think these would be 1.2k. I could honestly see the Chimera set getting sold for more. As for the weapon set, I mean, realistically, I'd expect that to be 700, because that's what Golden Age was sold for. But Golden Age was actually 9 coatings for 700 rather than 8. Island, to be fair, I think I've already invited you, mate. So yeah, you can join if you want. But yeah, I mean, 2.2k for the stuff you gain, not too bad. 1,200, same price as an actual armor set for 5 items. A stance, 2 shoulders, a coating, and a helmet attachment. I wouldn't be as opposed to it if it technically gave you 4 shoulders. Because if it gave you this shoulder that comes in the bundle, but gives you a version with a knife on both sides and a version without the knife on both sides, like with the security shoulders, then it wouldn't be as bad. But 1,200, which again is the same price as actual armor sets, so it's the same price as War Master, as Sealocks, for only 5 items. That's wild. But to be fair, the fracture prices have always been awful. They've always been way worse than the other stuff. I mean, the armor coating again, it's like 300 for an armor coating isn't ideal. Let me invite now then, Island. Unless you can already join. If you can already join, then just join. But Omnic's already in my lobby, NT. I was about to say, I didn't realise they were on. Where are you? Oh, you there? There you go. I've sent you another one. Yeah, I mean, I got the new big bundle. I like it. What do you think of Diablo 4? I haven't played it. It looks cool, but Diablo probably isn't my cup of tea. I can't really say that it's something I care about. I really liked that Anomalous Materials Mark 7 coating for 500, but that's way too... Yeah, 500 for a coating's wild. And again, I like that coating. In fairness, I've liked most of the stuff they've released this season, like most of the new stuff, but a lot of it's just been priced too highly. This Hydra coating isn't too bad, but it is just like Epsilon Spring, but purple. And again, 300, it's like, And then the vehicle ones... I mean, come on, man. Come on. 800 for vehicle coatings, like, come on. These are cool coatings, especially like the Scorpion one's nice, they're cool, but 800, I don't know. It's weird as well because technically that's just over 100 credits per coating, which isn't too bad. If they sold each one for 200 individually, I'd probably buy the Scorpion one. I'd probably buy that Scorpion one for 200. But it's like at the same time we've got some decent free vehicle coatings on here. I know it's not for every vehicle, but what does the event pass look like? I timed that well, aren't I? Backdrop, emblem, coating. We actually got decent armor coating within the first 10 tiers this time, which didn't happen in Eagle Strike. Mero helmet tier 5, so you get the helmet really early on. I like Mero. It's just a shame it doesn't have an attachment. Emblem again, coating. Bandit rifle coating though, which is sweet. This visor is really nice. And then at tier 10, you get the knee pads. So within the first week, you get up to the knee pads. So you get the helmet, you get the knee pads, you get an armor coating, you get a bandit rifle coating. First 10 tiers pretty solid. And the second 10 tiers, emblem, coating, armor coating again, shoulder pads, emblem, coating, stance, wrist attachment, and the chest piece. And obviously pretty much all the armor pieces, all the armor pieces in this, they all apply your visor color to them. Stance is kind of cool. Overall, decent pass. Like, it's not too bad, but the emblem is in it 4 times. Then there's the backdrop. Or is the emblem in it 5 times? No, it'd be 4, won't it? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there's the backdrop. That's a quarter of the pass. Then the coating's in it 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the same coating, and you don't even get it for everything. So that's... I mean, the stuff in it is cool. I like Burnt Chrome. I think it's a decent coating. The armor pieces are cool. The spacing is a lot better than Eagle Strike, but there is the fact that it's 10 tiers less than the other Fracture events. And yeah, a lot of the same stuff repeated through it, but, you know, it is what it is. I'm not going to say it's bad by any means. Yeah, it's all free at the end of the day. Halo 3, best history. Halo Infinite, best multiplayer. 343, worst studio. You say that there's been like a million different studios that have worked on Halo. It's like, if people always make the argument, oh, well, if Bungie was still making Halo, it wouldn't be like this. Look at Destiny 2. Look at Destiny 2 and try to tell me that Halo, like, if let's just say Halo Infinite or Halo 6 was made by Bungie, you cannot tell me that that game would not have insane microtransactions, because just look at Destiny. It's a free-to-play game and has an insane amount of microtransactions. So, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and try and say like, oh, Bungie is 343 is so much better than Bungie. But I'm also not gonna say that they're so much worse, because quite frankly, I've liked the games from both studios for very different reasons. I hold Halo Infinite and Halo 4's campaigns up there with the original trilogy. In fact, I like both of them more than Combat Evolved. I do Matrix. Sorry, I feel like I've missed a lot of people's things because I've been like rambling on about one point. To be honest, I'm mixed on the new Fracture stuff. Understandable. I feel the exact same way. I do quite like the reflecting your visor color concept. Yeah, I like that the visors are multiple armor pieces. That's cool. The same coating should be stacked together in one tier. Yep, it should. Not crazy about the core itself, but the coating and armor are good. Just tired of the filler in every pass. Yeah, understandable. Halo should have a Destiny shader system. Again, I can agree with that. I mean, I don't hate the coating system. I'll be honest. I used to, when I first heard about the coating system, I was furious, because I was like, why can't I split my own colours? But after the game's come out, I don't hate it. It could be better in a lot of regards, and I've spoke multiple times about how I would improve it. But yeah, I mean, with this pass, it's like, although I would prefer it if every single one of the burnt chrome coatings was on the same tier, they could at least, I mean, come on, the battle pass has multiple tiers where it's 2 items. Almost every tier has 2 items. So, like, they could have burnt chrome for the Warthog and Chimera on the same tier. They could have Burnt Chrome for the Bandit and the Razorback on the same tier. They could do that, realistically. And then still make it 30 items. It doesn't have to be 30 tiers, but you can still make it 30 items. So I'm a little disappointed that they've done it the way they have. It's not ideal, but it is free stuff at the end of the day. You get a pretty solid helmet. I'd argue that Mero is the best helmet for the Chimera Core. It's my favourite helmet for Chimera, at least. And it's free, so that I'm happy about. Someone just subscribed, thank you. Although I don't care about the core, I do like the Mero helmet, and that's free. Burnt Chrome coating again, pretty early on. The visor, and you do get probably these are going to be the most popular pieces on this core because it uses your visor color. They could have given credits on the tiers. As cool as that would be, I just wouldn't expect it to happen. I'm not saying I don't want it to. Obviously, I'm not going to say no to free money, but yeah, it's just not going to happen anytime soon, which is unfortunate. Where are you, Island? Let me run by you. Hey, Max Thing. How you doing, Nold? One of the biggest things for me is the fact that for $10 you can get 100 tier battle pass. Then they have the audacity to charge $14 for one coating. I actually spoke to someone about this in a comment earlier, and I'll go over that in a bit more depth. I know we're talking about Epsilon Spring there, and in fairness, I do think Epsilon Spring was unfairly priced. I know it didn't sound that way in the video, because at first I was like, you know what? You got a bunch of items here, but then it's like, yeah, it is the same coating. It's a dad buy. But the difference is, when you buy a battle pass compared to when you buy an individual, when you buy a bundle or a shop item. When you buy the battle pass, you are on tier 0. What do you have on tier 0? Nothing. Which means you spend 1,000 credits and have absolutely nothing. Until you level up. Then at tier 1, yeah, you get this stuff. Tier 2, you get shoulders. Tier 4, you get a visor. Tier 5, you get a helmet. But the point is, you have to pay for it and then play the game. If you wanted to buy the entire battle pass, it would cost you 20,000 credits. So if you wanted instant access to all of this armor, it would cost you 20,000 credits or $200. So that's the difference. When I buy a shop bundle, like when I buy that super bundle on the store that costs 2,200 credits, I get instant access to all of those items. Every single one of those items in that bundle, I can automatically use on my Spartan or on my weapons. I can use them however I want. I can mix and match them with other pieces. I have them straight away. But when I buy that battle pass for 1,000 credits, I start with nothing. I don't have anything until I play the game and earn that stuff. And that's the difference. And that's why I don't compare the store bundles to the battle pass, because I don't think it's fair to compare the store bundles to the battle pass. One is paying for a progression system, and one is buying items to use on your Spartan. Oh my god, Caleb's talking in the game chat. Oh my god. CTF on this map. Oh, but it's Fiesta CTF, so it could be interesting. Oh, I got Striker Sidekick, okay. It's Super Fiesta CTF. Just do what I do and use Microsoft rewards points for bundles and use and only spend money on the pass. That's fair. I mean, if like people actively use Microsoft, I am set up to Microsoft rewards points. I do use it every now and again. I know when when the game come out, I think I got £5 or £10 with Microsoft rewards, which basically brought me my battle pass. I think I ended up spending quite a bit of money as well alongside that. Because I brought like Zvezda and a bunch of the other stuff in the store like straight away. But yeah, it's like Microsoft Rewards is an option for people, which is cool. It's cool that that's an option. But I don't think it's fair to just tell everyone, hey, use Microsoft Rewards and you get it for free, because that can take some time unless you are really, really dedicated to it. And then again, like for some people, it's not even a thing they can access in their region. It's not a thing they can access. But yeah, it's like, I mean, with a lot of the stuff, I don't think everything's like terribly priced. There's a few things at the minute, like Season 3's pricing has been atrocious. And, you know, I'm assuming most of you watch the shop videos, so it's like you already know how I feel about a lot of it. Twitter's coming for you, Mike. Wouldn't be surprised. Danger 10. Oh my god, no. I think it's weird how only certain weapons get some coating. Yeah, that I just find insane. Same with vehicles, though. To be fair, I guess it's also the same with cores. My neck is killing me, by the way. I almost didn't stream today because I'm in like a lot of agony. But then I was like, oh, but I want to play the event. I want to play the silly game. Is that another? No, it's just normal sense of beam into. Boo womp. I was mostly throwing the meme out. Realistically, I'm doing that until bundles are more reasonably priced. Yeah, and like that's completely fair. The game I compare this to the most, when it comes to store prices and it comes to its live service overall, is Fortnite, because I think Fortnite is kind of like the prime example of how to do that store system. Because store, like, although yeah, there's still a lot of FOMO involved with Fortnite, it has a ton of variety. It has a ton of like options. Sorry. It has a ton of variety. It has a ton of options. And most of the time, the pricing is relatively fair for what you're getting. Like, you know, you're paying like, yeah, I know some people think 2,000 for a skin's wild, but those skins are usually the better skins. Rarity does have a little bit more of a meaning in Fortnite because that rarity determines how likely that item is to appear on the store. Like legendary skins, there's only usually one, if any, legendary skin on the store. They're much less frequent. But yeah, Fortnite does a lot of things right. It's like with the battle pass, it costs 950 V-Bucks. You earn 1,500 if you buy it, and you earn 300 for free. You can eventually save that up to buy a weapon wrap. You could buy a future battle pass if you I mean, you realistically got to play for 4 seasons, which is a year, if you want to get enough to buy that. But Fortnite also has stuff like the starter pack. Fortnite also. Sorry about my brother screaming in the background. Fortnite also has stuff like the starter packs, which are like, you know, like $4 or £3.20. And you get 600 V-Bucks, you get a skin with it. I wish Halo had something like that. Like, it could just be a helmet and a coating with 500 credits. If it was like $4 for the Halo Infinite starter pack, it just gives you a helmet, a coating, and 500 credits. And that would be awesome. That would be great. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever get anything like that. It would be cool, but I don't know. A Rickroll QR code armor coating would be appreciated. True. Centrelink armor coating would be awesome. True. Sorry again about the shout in the background. I'm so sorry. Still so weird they haven't done anything with rarity of items in Infinite. Like, why not make legendary and epic items to be cross-core, and then the rare and common are just locked to cores? If anything, it feels like the commons are the ones that should be on all cores. But I don't think rarity should have anything to do with cross-core. Realistically, like I say, Fortnite does it by, like, the rarity determines how likely that item is to show up on the store. With rarer items, with legendaries and epics being a bit less frequent and having a bit less space on the store, which makes sense. I mean, again, it's like it's weaponizing FOMO, isn't it? The higher rarities tend to be the more expensive ones, but Halo doesn't really have that consistency with the rarity system, which is you know.
Keep your head down. Watch that sword.
Enemy returns their flag.
Enemy sniper popped us a teammate.
Whale. I think it's time. Execute order 66.
Enemy returns their flag.
Sorry about that, fellas. I had to. My brothers were getting a little bit angry at each other. I didn't want to. I don't want people hearing that on stream. I also don't think it's fair on my brothers for people to hear that on stream. So I kind of had to mute. Sorry about that. Let me catch up on chat. If it's not earned, i.e. Hayabusa, then rarity should not even exist. It doesn't even be a thing. It doesn't need to exist. That's absolutely correct. But it does. My problem is in the way it exists. Like, realistically, any coating that's in, like, the battle pass you'd think would be just uncommon. You don't think there'd be any legendary coatings in the battle pass. Maybe the ones at the end, because everyone that buys the battle pass can get that. Like, I think every coating in the battle pass should just be rare, except maybe the last coating, because you have to complete it to get that. It's like there's that one that's the there's one that's like a purchase bonus for the. I feel like my settings reset. There's one that's a purchase bonus, right? For the season 3 battle pass. I can't remember what it's called. And that's a legendary, but it's like every single person that buys the battle pass has that coating. So why is that a legendary? Because realistically, shouldn't it just be rare? Because most people buy the battle pass and most people have that coating. So I don't understand why that would be a legendary. Whereas like maybe the ones in the campaign, again, they should realistically be rare, other than ones that are maybe harder to find. The only one that's legendary is that shiny red one. Are any of the others legendary? But there's nothing rare about that, like, because it tells you where it is on the map. If anything, the only coating that should be legendary from the campaign is that wasp coating that is hidden, that is hard to find. Why not use rarity system to implement cross-core? Yeah, I mean, I think at this point it's just it's very safe to assume that cross-core coatings probably won't happen to the degree that fans want. I think we will get some cross-core coatings, but we won't get cross-core coatings as a system. Like, it won't be where every coating becomes cross-core. It'll just be some coatings become cross-core. Like a select few, because some, you know, they're being sold individually on the store, so they're not going to become cross-core. Haley, an opinion on feet. Feet are used for walking. Can anyone get an invite at the end of this game? Yeah, I will. If you just shoot me a message on Xbox, I'll shoot you an invite. But yeah, no, I understand where you're coming from, like with using cross-core as a way to implement rarity. That does make sense in what you're sort of implying with it, but I just don't think that'd work. Thank Thank you for your wisdom. You're welcome. But yeah, it's like there's a lot of things when it comes to this game where it's like, oh well, I wish they did this, or I wish they did that, or why is this done this way? But unfortunately, that's just how it is. You know, there's nothing we can do about it now. Okay. You now know the importance of a coaster. I've been telling you this for years. 3 to be precise. Oh, well, it's because, like, you know, like you get the residue on the bottom of your cup, and then you put that down on the desk, and then eventually that residue is just gonna build up. And okay, those 2 of them. Yeah. What's your gamer tag? It's just Magpie Leon. It's on the bottom left corner of your screen, mate. The exact same as the YouTube handle. You're still not using coasters. What do you mean, that attitude? Any deadlocks today? This is the first game. So not yet, fortunately. He should be dead. Yep. Okay. Is the music too loud? Let me know if the music seems too loud. Sounds kind of loud for me, but I don't know how loud it is on stream. Not like loud, it just, you know. What the? Bro, what the hell? How did he pick me up with a wasp? Oh my god. Is it reaching that point where everyone's trying to run me over? That's so cool.
Just the way I like it.
Mold has come back. It sounds so threatening. Hi, Dean Joe. That should kill. Yep, okay, cool. I see you chasing me. Easy return. Easy return. Me sitting here with my window wide open and my light on, and the only thing I want to do is play on my Switch when I know damn well I'm about to have an entire field day with 400,000 mods. It's probably like 4 million. I probably read the number wrong, but that's fine. Overwatch has got a new event, by the way, Emmy. Hello. I mean, this is pretty much useless on it. JT, what's the plan? What's the plan here? I'm in a tank. What was he cooking? Me when I tried to like run the tank over with my car. Yeah, I mean, I knew it'd be useless. I have like no mobility, and the chances of people having anti-vehicle weapons are so much higher than usual. So many chemicals. Bro, move your car out of the way! Oh my god, JT, why, bro? Why? Me when my team is like, yes, let's throw the game to annoy Magpie. That's so fun. I haven't seen chat on my challenge though.
Returned their flag.
Yeah, dynamo grenades are a bane of the Scorpion's existence. To be fair, that just applies to any vehicle in the game, though, doesn't it? Okay, how? 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 No, I'm in a worse mood now because I've got people on my team that are just like, yes, let's throw the game. It's so fun. Like, I was trying to hit my charge shot and I couldn't because of the Warthog. Because you have to bounce it with the Ravager, so it's not exactly as easy as just firing it.
Enemy has your flag.
Hello. Oh my god, bro! It's 4 moths. My teammates drove me off the map. Yeah, it's never fun. God damn, we have 42 people here? That is wild. How's everyone doing? Jesus, man. Oh great, the enemy team has a flag. They're gonna win. Congrats. I'm pinning the entire blame on JT. I'm gonna be that petty. That is entirely your fault. Break a moment. Oh, those are my challenges. Okay. I forgot to put a double XP boost on. Actual goofy goober. Me and JT will get the closest. Yeah, but then he gave up halfway through and decided I'm just gonna kill Leon. And you didn't get the flag. You may have been the closest, but you didn't get it. So. Okay, yeah. I can't believe I forgot to put double XP on. I need these shoulders. I still need these shoulders. I realistically could have got the entire battle pass done last week, but I kind of gave up. Why is there a Hoover on? Why is there a Hoover on? Who decided? Yes. Hoover time. Also, Magpie, you see why I want that helmet? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it looks awesome. Oh, balls. Sorry, Smirsh. Also, Jin invite. I completely forgot, man. I'm sorry. Escalation, Slayer, and Breaker. Ooh. I'm assuming this. You're on Do Not Disturb. Is the invite even going to come through? Zeta does not look terrible. Bro did not just say that. Yeah, Breaker again, that's weird. They were like, you've got to play just Oasis last week, so now you've got to play just Breaker. Nah, Zeta's awesome, bro. Who's firing rockets at me? Like, come on, man. Why'd you guys gotta be like that? Like, come on, bro. me trying to do a fun stream, my team trying to blow me up the entire time. I mean, yeah, I guess you guys are having fun, but like, come on. I don't even know if there's anyone over there for me to hit. Okay, we managed to get the kill there. We managed to get the kill. My neck is in so much pain, man.
Sword bearer got them.
It might just say waiting to join because we're in a match, to be fair. Did he just try to grapple away after the trade? Oh, yeah, someone else come in there, didn't he? Let me invite alongside as well. No, we're on snipers. Oh, no! This is gonna suck. I'm terrible with the sniper, and we're on breaker. Coward. Me, who's also high. Bro, JT, come on, bro! That was an assist, okay. Wow, how have they jumped so far ahead of us, though? Your feet hurt. Would you kiss them better? Maybe. People are gonna be so confused. Okay. I feel like if they're there, the threat center would realistically pick them up, right? Oh no, when we're getting that big team, the super version of Escalation, like, because didn't they mention that that would be a thing? Or they were they specifically talking about Fiesta with that?
Take cover. We've lost a teammate.
My bug friend. Yes, for context, fellas, Roz is in fact my significant other. Oh my god, of course, they have snipers now. Hooray! I love this map! I love this map! I love this map! Yay! I love that it's so easy for someone to just sit there with a sniper. The thing is, they chose to specifically have Breaker Escalation Slayer on this playlist. They chose that. I'm a grub and I live in the soil. Me too. This bedroom is made entirely of soil. Bro, it's like I'm just going to give up at this point because they're all just going to sit there with snipers. None of them are going to approach. And we're just going to keep running at them. then we're still going to run at them rather than sniping them. And I also apparently just can't aim properly with the shock rifle. Because I just never know when to take the shot. Being hunted by someone with a heat wave, I think. Like, fellas, we have a massive advantage here. We have snipers on a big open map with the perfect place to snipe. And they have a shotgun and an SMG. There is, I kid you not, no reason to approach. We are on the next tier now, which means now we need to approach. But, might as well make the most before the auto switch. Take out as many as we could. Which we did. They are about to be ahead of us. Well, I mean, they still are ahead of us. But, like, they're about to be another tier ahead again. Which is unfortunate.
Another one down.
That's 4 people. I don't really want to approach. I'm going to for some reason. And apparently miss 9 of my shots. Oh, Leon, that's embarrassing. That's really bad. Like, we were winning at first, but they've just skyrocketed ahead now, man. It's like after a certain point, they just stopped playing the video game. Like, they stopped playing for fun, and they were like, we need to sweat now. This is my first time actually seeing this coating in game, and the lighting in this part of the map makes it so hard to actually... Yeah, I like this coating. It's cool. It's cool. Isn't my favourite, but... I don't know if it's... Do I like this more than the other bandit coatings? Looks better in the menu. Nah, it's cool. I like this. It's cool. Yeah, this is cool bandit coating. Oh, come on, bro. He was like, nah, I can't. I've got to run back to the people that were shooting me beforehand. I can't run back. I can't run behind me to this guy that's currently shooting me. No, they're on the ball? Are you kidding me? They're on the ball already? I thought game night was Wednesday. Game night is also on Wednesday. We just, like, sometimes I do them on Tuesdays. Obviously the event started today, so I was like, screw it. We'll do it. We'll do a little bit of a game night. But no, Wednesday is like the usual. Wednesday's the main. Oh my god. Guys, use your threat sensors. Use your threat sensors. Use your threat sensors. Use your threat sensors.
Double kill.
Nah, they've destroyed us here. Don't approach! They've got melee weapons! Do not approach! Omnic, no, why? We have threat sensors, we have a ranged weapon, why would we approach? What's wrong with Lone Wolf Slayer? I think it's unfair saying it's stupid, but what's wrong with it? I haven't played the playlist, so shield bubble things, just like Splatoon, big bubbly. Can't believe Halo Infinite copied off Splatoon. Can you show me the weekly reward? I can. They did change it. The one that I said in the shop video was the ultimate reward for about 2 seconds, and then they changed it. I don't know why. Please make a rage comp. I'm surprised no one has made that yet. This is the ultimate reward. This coating. It's not too bad. Decent coating. I can't say I was a huge fan. I don't want to make... No, it's alright, I'll make... Don't worry. I don't want to make a clone whale. I'm using my Chimera set because of the Fracture event. So, I'm sticking with that theme. Did everyone that wanted to join, by the way? I don't know if they're in the game. Why did someone invite me to play Infinite? I'm gonna assume everyone's in. Oh no, the message is JT and Omnic, aren't they? I'm gonna give everyone a sec. If there's anyone that isn't in that wants to, send me a message now. Oh, that actually looks a bit better, doesn't it? Yeah, I kind of like that. That goes kind of hard too. I like the chest piece. Yeah, we'll sit with that for now. Right, I've invited everyone that I think wants to be in, so we're gonna start. Snack pile down, true. No, we're actually on deadlock. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Magpie's symbol should be a magnum smashed into a pie. A magpie's a bird. It's a bird. Hello? Oh, I'm on deck. Hello?
Oh, hello.
Hello. Say hi to stream, Caleb.
What?
Say hi to stream.
Hello, guys. I'm better Magpie. Magpie 2.0. Magpie, didn't you realise I was giving JT orders to kill you?
No, I muted the thing.
Oh no. Also, I was the guy in the wasp who picked you up.
I know you were. I was just really confused how you picked me up in the wasp. Still, I mean, JT had the option to just say no. He didn't have to listen, so...
He's a good soldier. He's a good soldier. He follows my orders.
Damn, the tracking on the Pursuit Hydra is insane. Like, it's literally the like entire way across the map. That's wild. You can see the players before I can. Okay, but he did have an M41 tracker, which is just a Pursuit Hydra pathetic. Why am I locked out of staff, you see? I don't know. You're mod, aren't you?
Hello, boys.
I will. Give me 2 seconds, Omnic. Yeah, you should be able to join, Omnic.
It's another good soldier. Look, another one of my good soldiers.
Enemy returned their flag.
Don't worry, I killed the guy in George.
Someone else just subscribed. Thank you. I always say thank you, despite the fact.
Everyone's scribbled to
Someone killed me while I was AFK. That's so cool.
that was when.
I always say thank you, despite the fact that I know 99% of the people that subscribe during the streams are actually just people watching the shop video and have no idea that I'm even live.
Yeah, I don't know what it's like that, mate. It was like that yesterday when I was trying to get music.
Yeah, I don't know. There was nothing, like, the permission didn't stop you from joining Staff VC, so I have no idea why you couldn't join.
Oh, no.
Oh well.
Oh, this
So it's sorted now anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah. Hello, shots.
Probably not. I mean, we've already got 4 people in here. I'd rather just keep it at 4, if I'm being completely honest.
Requisition. Double kill. Big shot.
Oh, that's not a pro, mate. That's not a pro.
Yeah, it is. I hate the sniper round. I'm going bad at it.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, no, yeah, it is.
It's almost an E because they kill you so quickly.
Literally, I played that game before stream, and it was Breakers and Fiesta as well. I've got my map 3 fucking times.
Dude, I got Skockix 5 times in a row.
Oh, really?
Is Skockits in the playlist?
Yes, and I hate it.
Is it? Yeah, wait, bass players. Oh, wait, no.
No, it's in the B2B playlist. I love how I hit that guy twice in the head. Why does the Persian shock rifle actually feel worse for killing?
Because of this.
It is. It's very strange.
It's weird because it looks like it would be way more powerful, and like
Magpie, you just have no skill, I'm afraid.
right, of course, like it EMPs instantly, which is great, but you'd think it would also deal increased damage. But now it just does nothing. Like it's actually like I'm tickling them.
Everyone put F in the chat if Magpie has no skill.
And everyone will.
Yeah, someone open up chat.
I'll say it here. I'll say it here. There we go. There we go. I'll say it here. Oh shit, you got the flag. Good job, boys.
Oh, yeah, we got a few words.
The enemy has your flag.
Have eyes on the enemy flag carrier.
Get up!
Kill it.
I love how the jump takes to like take up from my cardio and use the
Am I just that bad at aiming? Because I missed every single one of these mangler shots.
Ally captured the flag.
Enemy flag carrier.
Okay, I couldn't even see, bro.
How many shields we have up?
An ally returned our flag.
They should have done this.
Had another comment on the shop video about nothing should be more expensive than the battle pass. We're just. No, but it's just not, is it? Because it's like, again,
At this point, you're just asking to get comments and just approve like a comment every other video. Oh.
like at the end of the day, like I say, you buy a battle pass and you start at tier 0 with absolutely nothing. So you spend 1,000 credits, you have nothing. At least with a store bundle. I'm not saying like that means every store bundle is worth it. That is by no means what I'm implying. But I have no issue with a store bundle costing more than the battle pass because I get everything straight away in that store bundle. I don't have to unlock all of that stuff. I didn't knock some.
Hey, it's your money,
Meow.
so you can do
Meow.
whatever you want with it.
Yeah, exactly.
We got an army about to hit our flag. Alright, put on the flag.
This one's trying to beam me from behind with a shock rifle. They missed.
Pretty hard in this game.
Well, it's in ranked,
Yes.
isn't it? It's insane that it's in ranked. It's awful in ranked. Yeah, it's in ranked. Friendly fire sucks, man.
Enemy flags in allied.
I don't understand why people.
Ranked.
You don't understand why people hate Deadlock. Whale, do you want to go into detail why you specifically hate Deadlock? Because someone at random has said he doesn't understand why people hate it. So I'll let you explain it because I know you hate it more than anyone.
Here's where it's
basically a snowball effect. It means if you get the first flag, you're gonna win the fucking game because you're gonna get all the next two anyway. Someone get the flag. Which is fucking bad last second.
Okay, personally, I don't think the original flag spawns were that bad, but continue.
So you coming?
This is not that much of a problem, but asymmetrical fucking vehicle spawns.
I'd argue that's more of a problem. I'd argue that's much more of a problem.
Listen, the vehicle spawning is a bit of an issue in this game. Like, literally, like, you can get like 2 tanks on one team. Like, on certain maps. Like, fucking Oasis, like, it's a good map and all, but literally, you were possible. You could just get 2 tanks on the same team. Like, I was like, I got one, and I was like, oh shit, they got the other one. So that's how broken it is.
Yeah, but this map used to be fucking notorious for it, because they were always asymmetrical no matter what.
Oh, so it used to be worse map in the game.
Twisted said, Twisted has said that Deadlock is the best BTB map other than Oasis. Now, personally, I would argue High Power is the second best. No, I'd say Oasis, honestly, is probably the best. Maybe that's just because it's new, but I genuinely think... Yeah.
I think I'd say, High Power. I think I'd go High Power is the best, and then Oasis, and Deadlock, then Breaker, in my opinion.
Fragmentation, out of the 3 original BTB maps, Fragmentation was the most Halo-feeling one in terms of its overall design and look, but High Power was definitely the best one. It is definitely, out of those 3, the best one to play on. But Oasis sweep, Oasis clears.
The only thing I got against Oasis is its runs are a bit weird. In certain modes.
I feel like that's just the case with every map at this point.
The enemy carrier has
I don't know, I think Oasis in particular just makes me feel like it takes me 8 years to get to B.
It's definitely a lot bigger, but honestly, I kind of like it. It feels like a BTB map. It's bigger, but I don't feel like it's too big. Like, in comparison to some of the Forge maps we played, it's not, like, stupid big where I feel like I'm just wandering around for 8 hours and doing nothing.
I think I've just been playing way too much Escalation.
Fragmentation is the worst out of the rest. That is such an L take. Oh my god. Oh my lord. I will admit, Fragmentation does have its fair share of problems. Like, I mean, navigating that map with a vehicle is atrocious, but so is Deadlock. Yeah, like I said, navigating the map with a vehicle is just painful. It's actually just depressing. But Loot Caves alone make that map better than almost any of the other BTB maps because they make it much more unique.
enemy flag carrier.
Yeah, I find it insane that we still don't have loot caves on any other map. It's wild. I remember how much they hyped them up as well. They were like, oh, we got this really cool system. It's like these little extra objectives. You fill them and you get like powerful weapons. And then the game come out and they were only on Fragmentation. I expect them to be on every map. I was so like surprised. I thought we'd have like UNSC loot caves, Spanish loot caves, and it was just on Fragmentation. But now Fragmentation's a lot more enjoyable than Deadlock.
Overcharging shields.
They are so narrow. They hardly even fit large vehicles, though, because the problem is for some pressure. And yeah, it's shit.
Well, it's like this map hardly fits large vehicles. Break It doesn't fit large vehicles. Like it just doesn't.
Breaker is just not designed for.
Yeah, but that's why they're not on there. Like the thing is, Scorpions and Rates are on here.
The problem with this map is it is supposed to
Ground
be
vehicle en route.
large vehicles, but it barely fulfills that role.
It's weird because it feels like with Fragmentation and Deadlock especially, it almost feels like the big vehicles like the Scorpion and stuff were definitely an afterthought. They were like, oh crap, we need to kind of have these on the maps, but we've already designed the map. They don't really work for them.
Sucks to be them.
But I mean, things are getting better. I mean, Oasis is proof of that. Like level design, like
Anyway, another problem with this map. Almost no vehicles at all.
yeah. Yeah, at least he's got native Banshee spawns now. That's something I really appreciate.
Originally, the very first version of this map only had a fucking. It literally didn't even have a ghost. It only had a warhog and a mongoose for each side.
I don't remember it not having a ghost. I feel like it's always had a ghost.
Had
That's it.
two mongooses.
Is
It didn't actually originally have a ghost. They added that.
Fair enough. Yeah, I don't remember that, to be fair.
Yeah, that was season 2 version added a ghost. And then the season 3 version has banshees. The banshees are kind of fun.
Yeah, having Banshees adds so much more flavors to this map, man.
Pretty much nothing but infantry combat, which sucks.
Isn't Halo Infinite... Isn't Fragmentation the only map in Halo Infinite to have machine guns? That is also true. Yeah.
That is true. I mean, technically Deadlock does, but I don't count Shade Turrets.
No, Deadlock doesn't. No, like, we're not talking about Shade Turrets, we're about... Yeah. I feel like... I genuinely feel like Breaker should have scrap... not Breaker. Well, actually, Breaker as well. I feel like both Deadlock and Breaker should have scrap cannons.
Yeah, especially Breaker, because I think Breaker could be easily made into a good map.
Yeah, Breaker would benefit quite a lot from scrap cannons. I think.
Like, it's not even hard to fix Breaker. It's not designed for heavy vehicles. Don't fucking use it heavy vehicles. Just make the fucking ground fight better by getting rid of the annoying camping strategies that people do.
Yeah, I'd put like scrap cannons here, like on the bases. I feel like that'd work. But it's like none of the maps have a plasma turret either, which I find a bit weird. Not that like I'm annoyed about that, but it would be cool to have one. It would be cool to have the machine turret on more maps. The only one with a scrap cannon is Empyrean, and I feel like they probably only chose the scrap cannon over the machine turret because they were like, maybe we should try and include the scrap cannon on the map, because almost no one has used it, because the only place to get it in the campaign is off like some chieftains, and most people probably don't even pick it up, because the chieftains always show up at the end of the level, and you can't carry it into the next one.
It is
Yeah, but like I don't even think I've come across them properly once. So it's like, again, it's like you barely come across it. Fellas, how would we feel if we got? How would we feel if we got like super shotty snipers back, but obviously rather than Nornfang and Oaths? No, but like it would be with the flex fire and the convergence bulldog, which I feel like would be pretty enjoyable. Nah, I think that'd be fun. Because the flex fire obviously isn't a one shot, so you got a bit more reaction time.
Everyone put another F in chat.
Right, okay. Me when I want an actual social mode rather than a sweat fest, and everyone's like, no.
You have good opinions. Sometimes. Yeah, sometimes.
So like the super shotty snipers version that we had in Halo 5 was drastically better than normal shotty snipers. The one with the Nornfang and the Oaths one, and they're both busted. Super shotty snipers in this with the flex fire and the convergence bulldog would just be a fun social mode.
You want to hear my idea for a fun social mode?
No.
Breaker, okay, but like the middle bit.
Breaker Unlimited. Breaker Unlimited.
No, but the middle bit is like 10 times, so it's just like a fucking speed hit again and again and again. Doesn't that sound fun? Everyone put a W in chat if that sounds like a good idea.
You know what they should do? Like, if they were like actually like to remake Breaker as a better version. Yeah, just do that. Add 2 fucking bumps in the middle, make the map like a little bit wider and taller. And there you go, then you can defend
You see, Magpie well agreed.
Hang on.
Another
Okay. Yeah, and someone's agreed with me in chat. What's your point? Anyway,
kinetic gravity lift to make it so heavy vehicles can actually make the jump.
the UI is forever broken like the rest of the game. I mean, saying the rest of the game, like, come on, man, what do you even mean? You can't just say game's broken and not go into detail. Like, yes, sometimes the UI can be like a little buggy, but I wouldn't say the UI is broken.
Well, let's genuinely tackle that point. So what part of the core game is broken? The gunplay works, the vehicle play works, the only thing that really doesn't work, from my personal experience, is your fucking AI changing every 5 games, or the UI being a bit finicky. Everything else absolutely fine. Most of the time it works. Take another game with a substantially larger amount of developers working on it full time that released absolutely messed up, like Overwatch 2. Remember when Overwatch 2 released? That was bugged.
Yeah, I couldn't even play Overwatch 2 when that came out.
I don't like the fact that Overwatch 2 came, not the original.
Yeah, I know, I'm not about Overwatch. Yeah, I'm not about Overwatch 2. I couldn't play when it came out. Island, you need... Don't leave yet. Make me host first. It's made you host. Don't just leave because it'll make someone else host. Before you do carry on with that point, someone also mentioned, like, when I was talking about the shotty snipers mode, someone said, but I'm bad with snipers. Yeah, but the flex fire literally has a wider reticle, so, like, it's so easy to play with, to be honest. Actually, the easiest gun to use. After man... does quick resume work yet? Yeah, quick resume doesn't exactly work properly yet, as far as I'm aware. I don't know how they'd even fix that, though. I guess when it comes to be fair, most games cause you to sort of restart. Most, like, live service online titles, I know if you try to use quick resume on Fortnite, it'll kind of force you out of the game and you just reload it anyway. So I think that's just simply an issue with most multiplayer-only titles. I don't think that's just a Halo problem, and I don't really think that's something that's super easy to fix. I understand that complaint, it is really annoying, but most multiplayer games like Halo, quick resume doesn't tend to work. How you doing, that guy? Yeah, see you later, Island. Thanks for hopping on. Flexfire is fun to use.
Can I give my opinion?
Yeah, go on.
Oh yeah, we've got to be close.
No, I'm using Chimera because of the event.
I'll be honest. Aquarius is probably the most mythic code in art.
Don't worry, guys. If anyone's not wearing the proper uniform, we kill them.
I'll do it for one game. I'll do it for one game.
Oh no, he's gonna be suicide proof now.
No, we can't kill him.
Do it for one game.
Yeah, look, I'm like one of those demolition clone troopers with the grenades. Yeah.
Troopers.
I will be a clone commando. Okay.
I'll join you boys on that. I'll be a command. I'll be a clone.
Remember, you just have to be white.
I'm bad at using the scope with most guns. Again, that's fair.
I spent 22 quid on the color white.
Yeah, see you later, Island. Thank you, man.
I didn't see the commando, but now I do. That's really clever. Imagine paying for the color white for 20 quid twice. Couldn't be me. I did it once.
I would never do that. Trust me.
Oh, I've done it.
Oh, I realize people can probably barely hear you. It's become muscle memory for me to close Halo Infinite every single time. Yeah, same. But like I say, I have that same issue on like Fortnite. I play Fortnite like semi-regularly, and whenever I use quick resume on it, it's always like, oh, you've been disconnected from the servers, and you have to not relaunch the game, but you have to reconnect to the servers.
Filthy Fortnite.
Yeah, well, games like that idea, like you have to restart completely.
I hated
the first one.
I hated the Samus helmet at first, but it's kind of a vibe now. I kind of dig it now. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, again, I feel the same way about this one. The, what's it called? Extender? Yeah, the Extender with its attachment. Hated it at first. Thought it was hideous. But then I unlocked it, and I was like, actually, it's not that bad.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's kind of cool now. It just depends on your armor, like, on your coating and visor choice. Like, a lot of the time, the helmet can be massively enhanced by the build. You can make a bad helmet look good pretty easily. Right, okay, we're going to start another game. Oh, is my boost still on? It is.
I love how ironically quick resume is meant to like get you in the game quicker, but ironically it just puts you in a longer queue.
For pretty much any single player game though, it does. Like you can just leave on quick resume and just go back to it.
High power.
Also, I'm currently watching Messi getting absolutely beaten up by a crowd in Buenos Aires. I love speaking.
Balor's helmet attachment makes the helmet look better. Yeah, Balor's helmet attachment definitely does. But Balor was one of the ones that I really wanted. When I first saw it got leaked, I was like, oh, that might be the best one on the core. And then I saw it in game, and I was like, it kind of looks like it's got a nose. It's really big. It looks way too big. And then with the attachment, it looks better, but it also makes it way bigger. And I was like, never mind.
I think we might have some good opportunities on this map, JT, for
No, no. You said I can't because I'm following your little clone theme. So.
Well, have you watched the Bad Batch?
I've watched the first season and I've watched the first episode of the second season.
They didn't follow us. They weren't good soldiers.
Wow.
They're not good soldiers.
Yeah. Hold on.
I don't know why I just called.
Hold on. They didn't.
Oh no!
Hold on. Yes, they didn't follow orders, but they also refused to kill the brothers. So exactly.
Good job, Caleb. He was a traitor.
If you're
You got
gonna
him.
use Bad Batch as an example, like at the end of the day, they also refused to kill the brothers. So
Or rather,
I'm not the bad
okay. Then don't use them as an example.
I'm not gonna kill you.
Who's got that kill, bro?
I'm not gonna kill you anymore.
I'm not picking up an energy sword. I don't want to look like a Jedi.
You see, Magpie, we've basically made Battlefront 3 in Halo. It's great.
We need to do this.
I didn't like,
I wonder if
obviously,
you
like,
could
it
use
can't
switch
be
from
controlled,
Like,
but,
why is everyone white?
We need to do this where we all play as like the clones, but do it on the best spin platforms map. That would be hilarious. I'd make a little
For
machine
one
out of that.
requirement, you have to have spent 22 quid on one bundle for one helmet. Sorry, one coating.
Hold on.
No, just do Oreo coating, because then we can be all
That's
505.
clone trooper.
Is
Technically, there is a coating
I
that
miss
is
that. I miss helmet just because of that location.
It's still on, I believe.
Is it? No, like ended in end of January.
Well, I
no. I
got
still see the Xbox Oreos all the time. I'm pretty sure it's until September, the Oreo promo.
even if it's not, I've got a code.
Oh wait, you got a code?
he's got you.
Right, hang on.
Can I get it off you? Or that's about.
Yeah, Brawler, the chess piece that came with Battle was really cool. I like that chess piece. Is Bad Batch any good? Stop watching after the first 3 episodes. As a whole, I would say it's really mid. It's really mid. But it does have some really good episodes.
So,
I'll get into it. I'm sorry.
It's kind of funny. Basically, don't watch any of the episodes about the actual Bad Batch.
Yeah, watch the Crosshair ones. Crosshair's arc is so good. Nah.
Some of the other ones like are just good.
Crosshair's arc's genuinely like really like enjoyable though. I've heard it get even better in season 2 though.
Apparently, like,
One of the best episodes. Best episode was like I think like the second to last one. Which is bad.
I haven't been keeping up with the new. I haven't watched the new season yet. I'm just gonna wait for the whole thing to come out and then binge it.
points.
Yeah, the one that came out a week or 2 ago was actually really good.
That's fair.
It is the best episode in the series.
But yeah, it's like I've heard from some people that
Really fucked up.
Can I get my first copy?
yeah,
yeah.
I've
Fire!
yeah, it's like as a whole, like I wouldn't say it's bad because I don't think it's bad.
I gave someone that.
It's a lot like the earlier seasons of Clone Wars because the earlier seasons of Clone Wars, let's be fair, they're not great. Like going back to Clone Wars, the earlier seasons kind of boring, especially compared to some of the later stuff. Like the later seasons are so good that the first seasons seem kind of in comparison. But I guess that's like for Clone Wars. At first, it was made for kids, and then the show matures as the audience does.
Get out.
Yeah, with Clone Wars, the show matures as the audience does, and maybe Bad Batch is trying to do the same thing. Like at first, it's being catered towards this younger audience, and maybe as the show gets on, it'll get better. Depending how many seasons they got planned, and depending what the viewing figures are.
I guarantee they can't accept a child in it.
Yeah, that's true. But Omega's Omega's already older in the second season, so like to be fair, Omega will get older. You got to think, Ahsoka was basically a child at the beginning of Clone Wars.
Yeah,
But
everyone
they
hates her,
can't-
but then
they
she became
can't-
one of the most popular
They
characters.
can't do anything until technically she's 18. So.
When I say more mature, I don't mean that there's gonna be.
Not that, you filthy animal! Okay? Not that, you filthy
Might fight Dan Gardner.
I'm not saying I want to. Oh my god, bro.
What?
Don't worry. I'd say Twitter would cancel you, but
I think Twitter would probably enjoy that.
yeah, Twitter would enjoy that. They don't
like
hate that stuff.
Like, cancel me. I don't care, but if you just say anything that starts with the word N, then cancel you.
Yeah.
Okay, we're stepping into murky territory here, so moving on.
It's not in conclusion. It's not that good. There are some episodes.
Right, let me go back to reading some of the stuff in chat. Damn, the Battlefront 2 remake is so good. Jet Trooper is the most fun I've had playing in third-person shooters. That's fair. Only bundle I got was Balor. Might not bother with any more after hearing about some Season 4 leaks. That's, again, fair. Pretty fair. Some of the Season 4 stuff sounds really exciting. Andor is the best Star Wars show, IMO.
Sounds really cool.
I mean,
Season 4 sounds like there won't be a fracture core.
I don't think that's the case. We'll see, though. We'll see.
Although it's
We're not gonna talk about the leaks too much, because at the minute a bunch of leaks have been inaccurate and I end up sounding like a moron. Andor is the best Star Wars show, IMO. That's a very fair take. It's not my favorite, but like Andor was amazing. Like I'm not gonna try and deny that Andor was amazing. It was actually peak fiction, but I don't think it's my favorite.
My friend's dad is gonna be in season 2.
Yeah, he was in Rogue One. I'd say he was in Rogue One.
What do people think about last week's Mando episode? Because I think that was a bit controversial.
A bit shite.
I had to think. It completely blanked from my memory. Yeah, it was. I get what they're going for, and I think it's good for world building. But did you have to do that in Mandalorian?
Well, to be fair, he did nick Boba Fett on 2 episodes, so I guess this is fair.
Yeah. But I would prefer them to just repay the favor and give us 2 episodes focused on Boba.
What is with you and Boba?
Because I'm amazing.
And I'm not insulting you.
No, he's just hyping up. That's all.
Type W in the chat if I'm better than Magpie.
Someone hacks the door.
Yeah, exactly. That's why Magpie Leon is Magpie Leon with an L.
All I'll say is if what I've heard about season 4's Fracture is true, I will go for that stuff easy. Yeah, as far as I'm aware, there will still be 2 cores, there'll still be a Fracture, and then other stuff. How do you do, Noxum? Yeah, season 4 might have a ton of.
For base core, it sounds really interesting. Like it kind of ties into something that's coming in season 4. I'm not sure where I can say it though.
Oh my god, I did terrible on my chat.
I think everyone has forgot about like the biggest kind of thing coming to Halo Infinite, which thankfully was leaked by Magpie a couple of days ago. Only to me. Is it alright if I tell them?
I knew damn well what it's gonna be, so sure.
So Magpie has confirmed that tomorrow Ice Spice, an Ice Spice AI is coming to the game.
Yep,
for
for 3 million credits.
No,
2 million.
trillion.
2 trillion, yeah.
2 trillion, yeah. I spent my entire bank account on credits, so taken out several overdrafts and loans as well. I've mortgaged my house.
Well, you never know. Season 4 might be the Luke Cave situation. Yeah, I mean, from my understanding, Season 3 was mostly focused on quality of life sort of stuff. I know I say that and it doesn't seem like there's been a ton of it, but it has improved a lot of areas. Season 3's primary focus wasn't exactly on the amount of content it's adding. Season 4, however, that's the other way around.
Can we try and make ourselves the Bad Batch? We can do it with the, that cadet coating.
Oh, yeah, you got a point to be fair.
Yeah, with
Which
the,
coating?
Steel red.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't sure if you're on about the Season 1 or Season 2 looks. The Season 1 looks so much better. I don't think I will buy anything from the shop anymore since the price is just too high. Yeah, again, understandable. I think although some stuff's been a lot fairer. Well, no, not fairer. I think although there is still some stuff that's fair, it is like... The only thing I'd consider being a fair price is Groovy Grendel, and at the same time that's still 2,200 credits. I just think it's fair because the amount of things you get. Not fair as in like, oh, you should definitely buy this. But the other stuff, yeah, I completely understand that, man. Alright, no worries, JT. Thanks for playing.
I'm trying to find that thingy for you, Spoopy. I definitely have it, don't worry. I got it for myself, but I also made sure to use another one on my university email, which took 3 months. 3 months it took them to send me it. It's crazy. And I was just, I almost absolutely hated the...
Scanning yours was sure.
Yeah, exactly.
I was trying to get the code for my dad. And I brought a pack. Yeah, I brought a pack of Oreos. It was missing 2 of the.
No!
Are we on break or deadlock?
Oh my god, Sprocket. Oh.
I brought a pack. It was missing 2 of the. I think it was missing like an A and the Xbox logo. So I buy another pack. This one has all of them. But now, after, like, how I tried to, every time to try and figure out the code, what I'd do is I'd take one thing, so let's say I'd take the Xbox logo, I scan that 4 times, and see if any of those are right. I'd wait until the start of, like, a new 10-minute mark, and I'd do that. And I was getting really close to, I was about to crack the combination, I knew which one it would be, and then it stopped working, full stop. It just wouldn't let me scan anything. So it eventually just reached a point where I just ate the Oreos out of pure anger. I got angry at Oreos. I was standing there and I was shouting at Oreos. I've not brought another pack since. Boycotting Oreos individually because the promotion made me angry. The only thing I brought was the bundle with just a helmet. I don't know which one that is. Or are you on about the Firefall and the Winter Update? Still haven't completed Elden Ring after getting it in early December. I've had Elden Ring since launch and I haven't completed it. Good game though. I just never got around to finishing it.
My friends completed it 3 times.
It's from what I've played, it's good. I just
Take only score waypoints to claim this.
it's just a game you have to sink so much time
Don't need to
into.
go, don't need to go to waypoints to get this.
You need to redeem on Waypoint, don't you?
Oh, alright, so wait, I need to
Just
go
copy
to
it,
waypoint.
and then waypoint, sign in, redeem code.
Yeah. Yes, can we find file for sure? Cheers, man.
I'm still hoping for cross-core coatings. If I can at least get wet crow or state gold and everything, that'd be great. If not, whatever base coatings fit, like steel blue. Yeah, I don't think cross-core coatings is gonna happen. Not fully. I think we will get some cross-core coatings, but I don't think cross-core coatings is gonna happen fully. I did Crimson Omega. Bad cookie is true.
Literally, Mr. Beast.
I feel like the quality of life updates didn't do much. Nah, they did a lot. I mean, at the end of the day as well, it's like 343 have been updating the game so much more consistently. I have like a lot of respect in that regard to how much the live service has improved since the winter update. Updates have been way more consistent, content flow has been much more consistent and much more frequent. Like, they're doing a pretty good job with the game at the minute, and because of the negative stigma from launch, like, people just giving them, like, no credit for it, man. It's kind of depressing, because it's like they've improved so much, and people are just like, nah, it's pretty bad. I get people are annoyed.
Just in case we're not allowed to talk about it.
What did you say, sorry?
I sent you a message on Discord just to whether or not I'm not sure if I can talk about it.
Oh yeah, I'll look it up. But yeah, it's like, no, I get people were annoyed with the game, with the way the game launched. That's completely understandable. But like, I think it's one of them where you should compliment them when they've done something right. Like, it's only fair. If you're gonna always complain about the negatives, you should comment on the positive.
Leon, as humans, we're always going to focus on the negative. Remember what that Nintendo man said. He said, if you release an unfinished game, it will be forever an unfinished game. If you release a game that's finished, it's going to be loved. You know, or something along that.
It's I know what you're on about. It's a quote from Miyamoto, and he's like, oh,
But it's because there's already bad press around Halo. There's going to be, you know, the kind of catch-22 for 343 is 343 will never be loved as Bungie. Surely because Bungie left Halo probably at the perfect time because they didn't have to deal with like microtransactions and things like that.
And then proceed to go to Destiny.
Yeah, so when everyone mentions like Bungie, and then people will rebut it by saying, oh, but at the time, the only reason that they didn't have microtransactions was on trend.
yeah.
But now Bungie has microtransactions in Destiny. Their reply will always be, well, no.
Yeah, it's like
Activision Blizzard forced Bungie to include microtransactions, and now Sony is forcing Bungie to include microtransactions.
Yeah, that's always
that's their rebuttal. It's not true because let's be honest. Every big gaming company, like big gaming conglomerate, whether that's Xbox, Microsoft, Sony, Activision, they don't care about their subsidiaries. Subsidiaries make a genuinely fun game, and then their job is to ruin it for profit. That's their job.
Yeah, literally, I think people just forget that a lot of time it's like the big boys, so it's like Xbox or Microsoft or Sony, and then they just immediately like blame 343 other people. It's not most of their fault a lot of the time. Now, obviously, they do fuck some things up, but it's not their fault all the time, like with like microtransactions and all that. It can easily just be Microsoft.
yeah.
I'm not saying it's not all 343. Alright, so I'm not saying it's like definitely not 343, but at the same time, it's a lot of times it's just Microsoft.
I
Because
think
of money.
the vast majority of the 343 employees, apart from the top executives, would want their genuinely.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just read some stuff from Chaga.
I think
So
definitely just give it more valid criticism and like congratulate them when they do something instead of say mid-game all the time on Twitter.
yeah. Well, so, someone's pointed out as well the whole "it should have been at launch" complaint in quotations mark. Yeah, it's like anytime 343 adds anything, people be like, oh well, it should have been there at launch. And it's like, well, why does that matter now? Why does that matter? It's in the
Either
game.
that or too little, too late.
Yeah.
Like it's one of both ways.
Here's a challenge. Okay, can we name a game in the past, say, 2 years? It's a multiplayer. Okay. Just focus on the multiplayer. That released completely finished, completely done, absolutely superb.
Everything releases in beta, don't they? So it's like literally like none of them.
Exactly.
Well, hang
I'm
on.
just fun at this point.
Yeah.
Ever wonder why, like, people will not call anything betas anymore? They always call them early access. It's because it absolves them of any wrongdoing.
Yeah, it's like, oh well, you can't be mad because it's in early access. Right. So as well, someone said, if anything, the game has gotten worse for me. Nah, the game's a lot better. But no, to be fair, some newer issues were introduced with the Season 3 update, which is causing a lot of problems for people, but some of those have been fixed. Yeah, but if a...
They're genuinely doing something. Like, there isn't really an argument to say against that.
Someone else has said, yeah, but if a dev studio screws up, they need to deliver. They need to over deliver. Look at what No Man's Sky did. But again, that's not really true. Like, you don't need to over deliver as long as you are delivering. As long as you are delivering on your promises, you don't need to over deliver.
Okay, this separates Bungie from No Man's Sky. I should know this because I literally, no joke, I live 10 miles away from headquarters of Hello Games. Okay, do you know what separates Bungie and Microsoft from Hello Games when they were partnered with Sony? They got good after they left Sony, because then they don't have their big master whipping them and telling them what to do. 343 still has that. They still have Microsoft telling them what to do.
Yeah.
If you look at Hello Games, they are not connected with any other gaming company apart from themselves. That's because Sony, according to leaked documents, leaked testimony from Sean Murray, basically said they wanted me to hype up the game, and I'm not a very good people person, so I said these things, and I know they were lies. That's him saying them, you know?
Someone just asked when the event started. It started like 4 hours ago. Okay, going back.
Never stopped.
That's the problem, though. The launch often makes or breaks a game. Look at Cyberpunk. It's actually a decent game now, but you can't get rid of the failed launch. To be fair, though, Destiny 2, like, launched terribly. No one liked it at launch, and now it's one of the most popular games in the market. So, like, I think, although that will apply to some games, it doesn't apply to any game. Games can easily make a recovery. Invite for next game, please. Smish, I think I've invited you in between every single match. You still haven't joined.
Life exists.
Didn't even realise what was going on today. New event. Yeah, the fracture started.
You can recover the momentum lost from a failed launch, but the problem with Halo is multiplayer, is it was lacking content.
Yeah.
I've seen tons of videos when Halo Infinite multiplayer is released saying, oh, this is great, you know, I'm just waiting for more content, then it would be, you know, great, and I'm going to play it all the time. I saw people saying that they were genuinely going to quit Call of Duty for Halo Infinite, but they never did because Call of Duty was putting out more content, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
This way, hey, like for games like Call of Duty, like FIFA, they obviously do like they play the exact same game every time as well. So at least this is something different.
Yeah, right, okay.
Yeah, not
my
not
only
that,
hope, my only hope is that they only did the Epsilon Spring bundle for attempt cross-core, that they're trying. I imagine they're still experimenting with some stuff, but it's, yeah, I don't know. I've spoke about Epsilon Spring so much now. I also think.
Like,
Oh yeah, all the Captain Falcon coatings have been sold separately for every
like
core.
the Burnt Horizon, or whatever it's called, not sorry, the
Accept that
what's it
environment.
called again? What's it called again?
Smish, I'm assuming you're WI5. I think because you're on Do Not Disturb, the invites aren't coming through because I have invited you every single time, but you're on Do Not Disturb, so they won't come through. I also think launch often has the most hype and highest expectations. If you don't deliver, people will never go back, since launches often have a higher play base. Yeah, again, that does apply to some instances, but Destiny 2, again, at launch, no one liked it, and then after updates, to be fair, the difference with Destiny 2 is it went free to play. Infinite's always been free to play, which means you can always jump back to it. But when Infinite adds some of those big iconic modes, the thing is, Season 3 all the way added solid content. Oh, we got 3 new maps, we got a new mode, we got a new battle pass, we got these new armors, we got a new weapon. The thing is, they're not the things that people want. That's not Infection, that's not the progression system, that's not Firefight, that's not the big ticket modes that people absolutely love, the modes that people play for hours and hours, that help them to make fun custom games, or that give them a sense of purpose in the game. Like a battle pass is fun to progress through, the armor and stuff you get, and it's great, but it's temporary. Once you reach tier 100, that's it. The thing is, we are getting those features soon. And when we get this big season, which is either season 4 or 5, when we get this big season, that's this big, massive amount of content that brings back a couple of these modes that people want, that still has the consistent events, that still has the battle pass, maybe a new weapon, maybe a new armor ability, alongside new maps. That's when people will probably, and I could be wrong, because, you know, people have said this about almost every update, like, oh, this update's going to save the game. Everyone said the Forge was going to save the game, and in a way it did. It did for the people that are still playing it, but it didn't bring every single person back. In fairness as well, the game doesn't really need saving. It still has a consistent player base, and that player base is still solid. It's not a massive player base, but I can still find a game in 20 seconds. But when we get that big season, which could be Season 4, could be Season 5, that again brings some of these big fan-favourite modes back, and these fan-favourite features, and these necessary features that have been in every other Halo game, that's when people think, you know, maybe it's time to give Infinite a second or third or fourth chance, or maybe a first chance. Maybe a lot of people decided, I'm not going to play it because it doesn't have this thing. Hold on. Yeah, anyone that's had to join, you just message me on Xbox. I will invite you. Just make sure... yeah, you're not on Do Not Disturb, but no, thingy's in now. So yeah, if you want to join, message me on Xbox, game tags in the bottom left. I'll give it a couple minutes before I start the next match. But yeah, Crimson Omega, you can join.
Infinite's definitely a successful game. I mean, obviously like 20 mil players, but I'm saying, I think as well, I was going to say earlier, but I think Season 4 definitely will be, I think, a massive season, considering like what's slated to come.
Yeah, if leaks are accurate, and again, I won't go into detail, but if leaks are accurate, then some of the stuff we are getting in Season 4, potentially Season 4, because it's no guarantee. Again, leaks can be very inaccurate at times. But if these current leaks are accurate, the Season 4 content will be insane, and I guarantee it will definitely bring a good portion of players back. Have you seen the new Heatwave emblems in the spawn ID? Yeah, I think they've been there since Season 3 launch. They're really cool. I'm not going to look too much into it. It does not mean that we're getting those classic maps back. I think it's just cool for throwbacks to them. Right, is that everyone that wants to be in now?
I was actually going to say earlier, like, people are saying like, what was it, over-deliver or something. I think they actually kind of did that to a degree, like, obviously during Winter Update, obviously they were like, oh, you know, we're going to have a small update. They fucking shadow dropped Forge, Custom Game Browser, and the coatings. So, yeah, I mean, just like, under-promise, over-deliver, that's probably the best move for us as well.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, Uni was basically saying, oh, don't get your expectations too high, it's not going to be a massive update. They weren't even guaranteeing that the pit would be launching, even though we knew it would be. At no point did 343 actually say, it's coming out today. So, like, and then the update came out, we ended up with the cadet coatings on every core, we ended up with the pit, and we ended up with the customs game browser. The problem is, because they didn't advertise the custom game browser beforehand, almost no one actually really, like, people were playing it at first, but it dropped off so quickly because people kind of didn't care, which means all those people that were like, oh, the game needs custom game browser. Maybe it's because it arrived too late, maybe that's true, but I feel like a lot of people definitely didn't care as much as they were pretending to, and I think it's great we've got a customs game browser. It means I can fill custom games up so quickly, but, and to be fair, it also has issues, and like, look where it is on the UI. It's not even in the main menu. It's over in community. It's like in this hidden little tab over here, man. Like, it feels like so out of the way. Let me just go back to reading some of the comments a sec. I need my baby. I need my baby. The Falcon's coming soon. I'm not 100% on this, but I thought Mint Blitz mentioned a dev talk about crosscore in his Discord. Yeah, I think that was mentioned. Well, it's like, it's coming. It's just, you know, not coming as quick as people want it to. But it is coming. It's just there's going to be a lot of people that are disappointed with cross-core when we get it. But regardless, as long as I can use the helmet I want on the cores that I want to, then I don't mind. Hang on. Are you in a party? No, we're on a Discord call, but I'm only having a few people in because it gets too chaotic and no one can talk. But Leon, you got to consider the high-ups may still screw Season 4 over. That's true, but I don't think they'd want to. At this point, I think they kind of want to make money from the game. So yeah, there will still be meddling from Microsoft. There'll still be meddling from the higher-ups, but I don't think it's to the extent like. It's not where they're going to think, okay, we've got to lock this system behind a paywall, or we've got to lock this mode behind a paywall. That won't be the case. It'll just be, oh, damn, this helmet that I want is sold on the store. That's so lame. Halo needs to not worry about bringing back a large number of players back and just the people playing. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, they have been. They have definitely been focusing on the people that are still playing the game. That's why those people that are still playing the game are getting plenty of decent content to enjoy. We're getting frequent events. And in fairness, there's still going to be stuff for people. Like, you got to think, all the cores are free now. Anyone that comes back to the game now has access to all these new armor cores with various coatings, some of which are new. Your visors are cross core, so technically you have quite a few default visors, and I think that's all really cool. The invite didn't pop in on my end. Ah, my bad, man. I'll send me another message after this game and I'll re-invite you. I concur, there's a lot of things that Halo community desperately claims they need, but in reality would be barely noticed, like Playable Elites. Also, anyone noticed how Beltol and the Fnatic visor are exactly the same? Yeah, but the Fnatic one, it was like a kit visor, wasn't it? So, like, they are almost exactly the same, if not completely the same. Yeah, go on.
WI5 in the game is just like breathing in the mic. I'm gonna tell him to shut up.
No, don't.
No, I am.
Okay, just don't be rude with it, bro.
Why don't you blow your nose and not keep your nose up to the microphone? Yeah?
I'm so sorry, Smish. I'm so sorry about Caleb. He be like that sometimes.
What? I didn't swear. I was very polite.
That was not polite. Why don't you try and blow your nose instead of breathing down the mic? It couldn't have just been like, hey man, your mic's on. No, to be fair, Brawler, he is kind of right with the Playable Elite side of things. Playable Elites is one of those where loads of people will be like, we need Playable Elites. Why doesn't Halo Infinite have Playable Elites? Why didn't Halo 5 have Playable Elites? You launch on Halo 3. You go into Halo 3 right now. You go into Big Team Battle and Master Chief Collection. How many people in a lobby are playing as Elites opposed to Spartans? You go on Big Team Battle or you go on Arena or Infection. You might see 2. Because at the end of the day, only a small fraction of the player base actually plays as Elites. I'm not saying that Playable Elites shouldn't be in the game, because I absolutely believe they should be. They should be there because Halo is much more than just the Spartans. It shouldn't just be Spartans all the time. That's boring. That is boring. Even with all the variety we have in the Spartan army, it shouldn't just be Spartans, and I fully believe that Playable Elites should be there alongside them. But in that same regard, do I think they should be priority number 1 over like new armor or new maps or new modes? Not really, because at the end of the day, it's only going to be a fraction of people that play as them, and it's not exactly an easy thing to set up because the current elite rig, the current elite model that's in the game, is not designed to be a playable character model. Yes, you've probably most of you have probably seen the screenshots of like, oh look. Here's an elite with the obelisk stone coating from the multiplayer. How cool is that, guys? But the thing is, that's just because everything in the game, pretty much everything, runs off the same coating system because it makes it easier than 343. Now, seeing that, if anything, I look at that and think, okay, it would be really cool to have, like, you know, like some of the elite coatings as like multiplayer coatings. That would be awesome. That would be really cool. And that's more likely than Playable Elites. I think more likely situation at this point would be having like a fracture core that is themed around the elites, like an actual like Helio Skrill inspired fracture core. That would be cool. That could happen. But Playable Elites, if they do happen, it won't be anytime soon, and I can guarantee they'd be very low priority, which is understandable because, like, you know, it's not everyone's going to play as them. Why would they put in so much effort for something that would be much harder to monetize? Because they would want to monetize it.
You see, it's what you would call something like the domino effect, isn't like the domino pizza. When you're really hungry, right, and it's the same thing with the elites, when you want something, you think to yourself and say, oh, I want a Domino's pizza. You order the Domino's pizza, you eat the Domino's pizza, and then you think to yourself, why the fuck did I eat a Domino's pizza? I didn't like it. the exactly same thing with the elites. You think it's a good idea, it's only going to be used in one mode.
Yeah.
That mode is probably going to be average, you know. Like you said, Magpie, not many people are going to play them.
Yeah.
The dominant elites.
Well, it's like, again, yeah, another issue with Playable Elites is because they'd have a different model. That also means they're balanced differently because they have a different hitbox. So, although it's like I said before, it would be cool if we got Invasion back. Maybe they could just do it where Elites are just playable Invasion. And then they don't need to worry about the balancing side of things too much because they're only in one mode. If they did want it where they're a bit more accessible and had them in a variety of modes, then only allow them in social modes and just don't have them in ranked. You can't play as an Elite in ranked and it just forces you to play as your Spartan. And if that's the case again, fair enough, that's kind of cool. I think it would make more sense if they just added them for the sole purpose of maybe like 2 or 3 modes, like invasion and then some invasion type modes. And then that way the people that want playable elites still have them in some capacity. And at the end of the day, if it's a team mode like invasion, then basically everyone plays as elites in that mode. And then they can still monetize it because there's a mode where you have to play as your elite. Because they are going to want to monetize it. Like, that's the biggest factor is like, okay, how do we monetize elites when we know only a small percentage of people play as them and only a small percentage of people will want to buy armor? To be honest, Infinite struggles with customization, especially in previous seasons, so there won't be much customized. I wouldn't say it struggles, like, there is a ton of options, it's just a matter of most of it being locked behind a paywall. But, like, saying, like, I agree they haven't given customization to banished weapons yet. That is coming, but the thing is, considering Halo 4 was the first game to have weapon skins in any capacity, and that wasn't for power weapons, that was just for loadout weapons. Halo 5, again, it was only really for loadout weapons. This time you didn't even have coatings for any form of Covenant or Forerunner weapon whatsoever. I know some had variants which had different patterns applied, but that's not the same as weapon skins. So Infinite technically has a lot more variety than the prior games. It's just a matter of so much of that is locked behind a paywall. I wouldn't say it struggles with customization in any capacity, because it gives you a ton of options like that, and that's a fact. You have like a ton of options. Custom elites for Forge is possible. Yeah, it'd be cool to see them like is implemented in Forge. Oh, if you mean as AI, again, that's coming. 343 have already confirmed we are getting campaign AI in Forge. That is something they have said themselves that will be happening. I don't know when. It could be next season. It could be season 5. I don't know. But it is coming. That is something they've already confirmed they're working on. Tuesday.
Yep. Wow, you're just making a last stand.
Sorry, I forgot we were playing Total Control. I was too busy reading chat talking. Opinion on the event. I think there's not really much to talk about. The playlist isn't really a new mode, it's just free-for-all. The cosmetics are cool, but I feel like... I don't know, I'm a little disappointed. I know there is technically the story shards, but again, that's like a waypoint thing. It's not really something I can interact with in-game, which is disappointing. I appreciate that it's something they're going through the efforts of doing, and I know that, like, is it Papyrus? I know he's having a lot of fun with it, which is nice. It's great. It's cool to see they are giving the Fracture some level of story, but because it's not something I can experience properly in-game, whether that be with cutscenes or audio logs or just something along those lines that's like an actual way for me to experience that part of the story, then I kind of, like, I just don't care for it. It's just, I had 2 snipers, actual silly
What
ones.
they should have done is they should have put little terminal kind of like cutscenes. Not terminals as in the actual game.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
Each week you get a little cutscene like one of those cutscenes you find in Halo.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be a fully animated cutscene. It could be like, yeah, like where it's technically just artwork that slightly moves and has some voice acting. But they will either that or make it like sort of like a webcomic kind of thing that you can read in game. Because if it was like comic pages with a bit of artwork rather than just, oh, here's a big blog post, here's a bunch of alphabet soup. It's like, I think it's cool that they're trying to give the Fractures a story, but the way that they're doing it, I'm so uninterested. I don't care for the Fracture story. I do read some of the descriptions of the armor, and I'm like, oh, that sounds kind of cool. It's cool that that's the significance that this armor coating has, or this helmet has to that Fracture universe. But yeah, no, as a whole, the event's fine. It's, you know, more free armor is always a good thing. Even if I'm not too bothered about the Fracture core, I'm never going to complain about free stuff. Like, I'm not going to complain about having the free stuff. I will complain about the stuff that is being given out for free, but I won't complain about the fact that the stuff is free, if that makes sense. I will. It's so true. I kind of wish we got a banish armor coating for the Spartan killers. Yeah, it would be cool to get an actual Spartan killer armor coating in multiplayer. As soon as it has cross-core, that struggle won't exist. What struggle are we talking about? I feel like we've gone into multiple topics here. But yeah, no, the event's fine. Cross-core is quite complex through it, though, with armor not overlapping and looking janky. Yeah, exactly. Smartest Halo fan on God. Yeah, it's like I've said this before. The thing is, people have, like, modded cross-core in game. And although with some things it looks fine, some things it looks amazing, and they're usually the ones that are posted, the ones that these like leakers will post on Twitter and stuff. And then everyone looks at that and thinks, why can't I do that? Why isn't that in game? And then in reality, it's also because half the helmets, literally, like you put the flank helmet on the Mirage core and the neck is non-existent. There is no neck and it looks really goofy. And that's why like cross-core takes a bit more time than people expect, because some of the armor placement is in different positions. And I know you might then think, oh well, all they have to do is just move it up and down. But I guess it's just not that simple. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, 343 needs to add cross-core now. It should be super simple, because it isn't. It isn't that simple. At the end of the day, a lot of the people that complain about it, they're not game devs. They shouldn't try to pretend to know something they have no idea about, you know? Okay, I'm not sure if I prefer these shoulders or not. They're kind of cool. We'll see.
Right, I'm gonna go off.
Fair enough.
Also, Sweet, are you going to the United States of Joe Biden?
Joe Biden.
Oh.
I didn't know.
I'll ask him. Right, thanks guys for the games. I've got all my good sheets. See you.
Yeah, fair enough.
Bye-bye.
Level 89 Golden Brawler. Yeah, level 89. None of the events in tier 4. Granted, my focus has not been on my challenges because I've been too busy reading chat to actually pay attention to the video game. Leakers never put it on an actual spawn and show the whole body. True. I didn't lose. Especially harder when they didn't do it from the start one. Yeah, that's true. Like, I do wish that, like, the current coatings, like, all the new ones, I wish they were designed for every core. Maybe that, again, maybe that could be the case in Season 4. But I think, yeah, I get why people are annoyed. Like, I fully understand it, and I share a lot of the same sentiment most of the time. But at the same time, I feel like being so overly negative and just complaining about the game all the time, it's just... I don't have time for it, man. I just want to sit here and enjoy it. I find the game fun, so I'm just going to sit here and play the video game. Some real goodies in the pass. Well, hold on. I think anything after level 90 I don't care about for the rest of the pass. But there's some real goodies in the pass in general. SPI fans being good. Yeah, I mean, that's... Yeah. I as a whole, I'm not super fond of the core. It's grown on me a lot more now that I can customize it the way I want to, but... what is the event? It's the new Fracture event. All the new Fracture cosmetics here. We've got the Mero helmet, which is awesome. Probably the best helmet on the core. There's also the Violent Darkness visor. There's the Experiment 21C knee pads. They use your visor on them. The Bootstrap burn coating. There's also the burnt chrome coating. That's on everything. Well, not everything. That's a joke. There's these shoulders. There's a chest piece, again, which use your armor coating. There's some cool stuff. You can only get to tier 10 at the minute. You won't be able to get to tier 20 until the next time it comes back, which is next month. Oh my god, Oasis? Real?
Optics.
I thought I'd lost you.
Unfortunately, it's bad. No happiness allowed.
No fun allowed. Oh, I need to work on videos. I might make a quick machinima with the Monetization helmet, if you're down for that, whale, maybe. I don't know when it'd be.
Rack up the most kills to achieve victory.
Oh, it was gonna be Monetization Mark 5.
You do Mark 5, I don't have it.
There's like Mark 5 in the winter update Mark 5. I'll explain afterwards. I mean, to be fair, I'm not sure if I'm doing it now anyway. So like, if you can't do it when I actually end up doing it, that's fine. Might be able to do it tomorrow because I think I'll be coming off Halo after stream. Damn, that was a clean repulse from him. Unfortunately, he didn't see me coming up from the side, so it's a loss. Okay, I didn't see that guy either. I think constructive criticism is great, but people can cross the line. Yeah, constructive criticism is the way to approach it. And I know a lot of people say, well, constructive criticism doesn't work because 343 don't listen. Even though they've, like, already done so much that the community's asked for with the game and improved on so much. Yes, in some regards, they've let the community down in a lot of ways. And I fully understand that. And I've commented on that so many times. It's like the amount of things that people will, like, constantly complain about. It's like I've spoke about all that either in videos or streams. And you know, I get it. I get why people are annoyed. Again, with a lot of the reasons that people are annoyed, I agree with. But it's the way that people go about it, where it's like, okay, I find it hard to agree with what you're saying when you're just being overly toxic for no reason. You're just like harassing devs at this point and just saying like 343 are evil, like 343 are the devil incarnate. Like, come on, man. Hey, man. I love this game loads, so CBA to complain about a few bugs and customization problems. Yeah, that's fair. Like, I genuinely love the game. I still complain about the things that annoy me. Like, I do complain, but I complain in a non-horrible way most of the time. I say most of the time because, yes, there's times where I get really heated and I'm like, I hate this game. I don't hate the game. I love the game. But obviously, we all have our moments of gamer rage. We all have our moments of gamer rage. I'm not the only one. Oasis is a really good map. It makes a very interesting racing track. Fair enough. I wanted to say, Leon, you have 4 slots without buying the new battle pass. One of the best current changes. Oh, you do still have 4. Oh, right, okay, that's awesome. Yeah, originally you had to buy the battle pass, didn't you, for the 4th challenge slot?
That's not true, actually.
Do you?
Yeah.
Weird. I know you had 4 if you had the wins or a big pass. Oh, weird. I don't know then. I would have used Monetization, but like I said, I want to avoid spending too much saving for Season 4 now. That's understandable. Right. No, I don't think... I'm pretty sure he's completed the Winter Update pass, so I doubt he's using that. I don't know then. Weird. Oh, I killed him too. Oh, and Deadeye's growing on me a lot. Yeah, Deadeye's awesome. I actually, again, Deadeye's one of those, I saw it when it got leaked, and I was like, oh, that's ugly. I don't like that helmet. And it's probably, although I was using, God, what's it called? I was using the very last one you unlock. I was using that for a little bit. But Deadeye, especially with War Master's attachment, Deadeye with War Master's attachment is perfect, and that helmet is really grown on me. It's one of my favourite ones in the game now. Yeah, he already has the Winter Update 1 completed, and I don't think he owns the Season 3 one yet, so I don't know, that's weird.
If anyone's in chat is in Pro Lab, and then you can question where my stuff hasn't been that using it.
I feel, is there something that I've got to, that I shouldn't look at on stream? I don't understand.
This is kind of funny.
Yeah, okay. I seen you in my last game there. How's things? I'm alright, man. How you doing, N9? N93. That's exactly how I was seeing it, though I don't have the War Master attachment. Yeah, it's like almost every single helmet, like, my opinions have changed on from when they leaked. But again, that's another reason why it's like, it's kind of hard to, I guess it's not like a trust thing with leaks, but don't look at a leak and instantly make up your mind on something, because you'll then find, oh, it actually doesn't look that bad now that I can use it with my coatings and my armor. Flanker I thought was one of the better looking ones, and now I've seen Flanker in game. Not a huge fan. I genuinely... I'm just not a huge fan of how Flanker looks. It's fine, don't get me wrong. I don't think it looks bad, but it's gone from being one of the ones that I preferred to one of the ones that I don't like as much. Deadeye has gone to being one of the ones that I prefer, mostly with the War Master attachment, but in general, it's not a bad helmet. I think I would never use it without the War Master attachment, though. Mercury is another one where it's like, when it leaked, I thought, that looks pretty good, I'll probably use that. Then I saw it in game, and then I thought, oh, I actually don't like that. The chin piece comes out really far. And then I unlocked it, I used it, I messed around with the customization a bit, and I actually like Mercury again now, and I think it's one of the better ones. Security isn't that bad, it's funny because it's Among Us, that's the main reason. And Menachite is peak. Good. I seen the other day I caught a fusion core by you purely by accident. Yeah, I remember that happening, that was insane. That was pretty funny. Those who hate on the game need to remember that at the end of the day, it's just a game. Yeah, it's like, if you hate the game that much, where you feel the need to complain about it, where you feel the need to comment on every single post 343 makes on Twitter, telling them how much you hate the game, just walk away. Go and play a different game. Just move on. Maybe it's just time to just give it a rest and move on. Like, some people just take it so far, man. It's actually depressing. Yeah, like, most of the time you hear the sound effect and nothing fires. If you shoot while you die, it's like, huh? How?
There's like times where like I shoot a rocket and the rocket just hits it.
Yeah.
Let's shake things up.
Like 9 times out of 10.
Fitting commendation.
My aim isn't good enough to just rely on the skewer. I like flanker's attachment though. I'm iffy on the helmet not having the eyeliner. Like, I can't say I've seen that. Yeah, the attachment's cool. It's weird because 2 promo images for the season showed the flanker attachment on Deadeye, and you actually can't use the flanker attachment on any other helmet. I do like that the Volant attachment from last season is now on some of the new helmets. I think that's cool. I like that some of the new attachments in the Battle Pass are on multiple helmets. That's great. I like that the one from Menachite is also on multiple helmets. Again, that's great. But I do find some of the choices quite bizarre. Nice to chat, see you later, mate. Yeah, cheers for stopping by, Conrad. Okay, I tiered up. I'm tier 90 now, and now I have Marrow. I've unlocked Peak. I feel like I should stick to Grendel for now, though, just because, like, I paid for it. I also don't like how this chest piece looks with Marrow. It looks a bit too... like he's puffing his chest out, which suits the other helmet a lot better. We'll stick to the other helmet for now, but I do prefer Marrow. We'll see. I wonder... yeah, hold on. I just want to see. That's kind of cool. Am I weird for thinking that looks cool? Like, I know it doesn't connect there, but like that's cool. Anyway, A 343 doing anything with narrative fracture events? I see the story pop up, but any in-game maps for these cores? Probably not. It would be cool to have a map. Like, it would have been awesome if the Plaza remake was ready and was tied to the fracture event. I feel like that would be great if every Forge map that comes out, like every official Forge map that comes out that season, if it was tied to a fracture. That would be amazing. Unfortunately, someone else subscribed, thank you. Unfortunately, that isn't the case, but oh well. Anyway, I know this is a bit abrupt, but I am going to end the stream there. We've been going for a little while, and it's been fun. It's been fun. I'm gonna end it while I'm still in a pretty good mood, rather than carrying on. But thank you everyone for playing and for watching and for chatting. It's been a really fun stream. I wish that I had an attachment that I could use, at least aside from the Wi-Fi dongle on the side. Yeah, I mean, at least there's 2 in the past, right? But anyway, yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all